Let's get one thing straight. Whether you love him or hate him, Donald Trump is a name that makes the world react. Why? Because he's not just a businessman, not just a billionaire, not just a former president. He's a fucking symbol, a walking brand, a man who rewrote the rules and built an empire with nothing but audacity, confidence, and a relentless hunger to win. Now before you roll your eyes thinking, oh, he was born rich, he had a head start. Yeah, he had money, but how many rich kids have we seen burn out, overdose, disappear into mediocrity? Trump didn't coast. He climbed, he fought, he gambled, he won. And even when he lost, he came back swinging harder. That's what we're going to talk about today. Not politics, not opinions, just mindset, success, and the brutal truths behind Donald Trump's rise to global dominance. Born in 1946 in Queens, New York, Donald was the fourth of 5 kids. His father, Fred Trump, was a successful real estate developer. But let's be clear, Fred was strict, old school, tough as nails. Trump grew up in a home where discipline wasn't optional. You performed, or you were punished. He wasn't the calm, obedient type. He was aggressive, rebellious, even got sent to military school at age 13. Now that could break a lot of kids. But Trump, he fucking thrived. He turned military school into a training ground for domination. He learned command. He learned how to speak with authority. He developed one thing that separates leaders from the herd presence. He wasn't the smartest in the room, but he sure as hell made you feel like he was the most important. That's a lesson right there. Success isn't always about IQ. It's about presence. It's about walking into a room like you belong, like the world should adjust to you, not the other way around. Fast forward, Trump enters college, first at Fordham, then transfers to Wharton School of Finance. Prestigious, elite, and even there, he wasn't known as a nerd. He was known as bold, loud, sharp. But Trump had no intention of sitting behind a desk, analyzing spreadsheets. He wanted the skyline. He wanted his name in concrete, glass, and gold. While his father played it safe in the outer boroughs of New York, Donald had bigger balls. He went straight for Manhattan. Think about that. He could have stayed in the family business, laid back, collected checks. But he didn't want his father's world. He wanted his own. And that's lesson number 2. If you want to be legendary, you can't copy the blueprint, you have to burn it. Now here's where it gets interesting. Trump was laughed at by Wall Street. No one wanted to give him loans for Manhattan deals. He had no track record, no major wins, just vision. But he refused to shrink. He refused to compromise. And he refused to settle for being Fred Trump's son. He pushed, he pitched, he promised, and somehow he made it happen. Trump locked in the deal for the Commodore Hotel, a dying, disgusting property near Grand Central. He bought it cheap, rebuilt it, rebranded it. It became the Grand Hyatt. And just like that, Donald Trump was no longer a kid trying to make it. He was the new king of Manhattan. Then came Trump Tower. His vision, a luxury skyscraper on 5th Avenue, not just for the rich, but for the powerful. A place where celebrities, politicians, moguls would want to live. And here's the savage part. He didn't wait for approval. He didn't wait for permission. He didn't care what people thought. He went all in, demolished what was there, broke ground, built the tower. And guess what? Trump Tower didn't just rise, it roared. It became a symbol, his brand, his identity. Every floor, every gold finish, every inch of that building screamed one thing: power. That's lesson number 3. Build something that speaks before you do. Make your brand louder than your words. Make your work undeniable. But don't get it twisted. It wasn't all smooth. In the late 80s and early 90s, Trump nearly lost everything. Over-leveraged, too many big loans, real estate market crashes, billions in debt. The media said he was done. A failure, a loudmouth fraud who finally got what he deserved. But you know what Trump did? He didn't hide. He didn't play the victim. He didn't blame the market. He negotiated. He fought. He worked 20-hour days trying to save what he built. Most men would have folded. Trump fucking evolved. He turned bankruptcy into leverage. He renegotiated terms. He spun the headlines. He made a comeback. And that's lesson number 4. Real winners don't stay down. They get strategic. You think success is a straight line? It's not. It's messy. It's painful. Sometimes, the bottom teaches you more than the top ever could. So what does he do next? He reinvents himself again. Television. He launches The Apprentice. And within one season, Trump goes from real estate guy to TV superstar. Millions watched him say, "You're fired." It became a cultural icon. But what's deeper? He was branding. Every episode, every challenge, every minute, he was turning himself into a walking empire. Not a company, not a CEO, a fucking brand. That's how deep his thinking was. He understood the game wasn't just about making money. It was about owning attention. If you want to win in today's world, you better learn that too. Money follows attention. Brand is king. Visibility is leverage. Then came 2015. Trump announces he's running for president. People laughed. Even Republicans didn't take him seriously. He's just doing it for publicity. Hell drop out. As a joke. But he didn't flinch. He didn't apologize. He didn't soften his tone. He went raw. He went off script. And he did the one thing nobody else had the balls to do. He said exactly what was on his mind. And guess what? Millions of Americans loved it. Because while the media mocked him, working class people heard him, disillusioned voters backed him, and despite every expert prediction, Trump won. That's not a fluke. That's not an accident. That's fucking strategy. That's influence. That's years of building a brand that people couldn't ignore. So here's the brutal truth. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be undeniable. Trump is flawed. He's arrogant. He's blunt. But he's also focused, calculated, fearless. And that's why he wins. Donald Trump didn't just win the presidency. He hijacked the narrative. He dominated headlines. He forced the entire world to say his name every single fucking day. Let that sink in. For 4 straight years, Trump wasn't just a man. He was a movement, a brand, a machine. No president in modern history had that level of attention. And whether it was love or hate, it was power. Because in this world, attention is currency. And Trump? He was the richest man in the room. Now let's break this down. Why does this matter to you? Because your life doesn't need more luck. It needs more audacity. Stop waiting to be ready. Stop waiting to be liked. Stop waiting for someone to pick you. Start picking yourself. Start betting on your own goddamn name. Start building something people can't ignore. That's what Trump did. He bet on himself over and over again. He wasn't the smartest. He wasn't the cleanest. But he was relentless. And in the game of life, relentless always beats perfect. You've been too fucking polite with your dreams. Too humble. Too quiet. You've got an idea, but you haven't posted it. You've got talent, but you haven't monetized it. You want success, but you're too scared to offend someone online. Get over it. This world doesn't reward hesitation. It punishes it. Trump wasn't afraid of being hated. He welcomed it. Because he knew the truth. You can't make impact and stay invisible. And if your goal is to fix your life, then your first step is to stop hiding. Stop shrinking. Stop playing small. Let's go deeper. You think success is about being good? No. It's about being known, being heard, being remembered. And that doesn't come from being passive. It comes from decisive energy. Trump makes decisions fast. He speaks before the room is comfortable. He moves before the dust settles. And that's what separates kings from workers. You want to lead? Start acting like it. Own your choices. Own your name. Own your brand. But wait, what about his failures? Bankruptcies, lawsuits, impeachments, indictments, scandals, you name it, the man's faced it. So how the hell is he still standing? Because he never lets failure define him. Most people fail once and tap out. Trump failed loud and kept swinging louder. That's the game. That's the move. You only lose when you quit, not when you fall, not when people talk shit, not when you're broke, but when you stop fucking swinging. He didn't stop. He rebranded. He redirected. He reloaded. That's what makes him powerful. A lesson for you: rejection is part of the process. Criticism is proof you're making waves. Failure is the price of evolution. You want to build something real? Get ready to be mocked. Get ready to be misunderstood. Get ready to be hated. That's the price of going big. And if you're not willing to pay it, you'll stay small. Forever. Now listen close. Donald Trump built a legacy by doing 3 things right, and you can copy this blueprint in your own way. 1, he branded himself like a goddamn empire. His name was everywhere: buildings, books, media, campaigns. You couldn't escape it. 2, he moved like he had nothing to lose, took huge risks, talked bold, acted fast, let the world chase him. 3, he stayed consistent through chaos. The world tried to cancel him 1,000 times. He never paused, never retreated, just kept building. That's the playbook. You don't need to be Trump, but you need that mindset, that unshakable belief, that fearless action. And here's something real. Most people don't hate Trump because of politics. They hate him because he reminds them of what they never had the balls to do. Speak up, take over, win loud. And that's why people love him too. Because he's raw, he's real, he's not pretending. And in a world full of fake smiles and polite failures, realness hits like a bomb. That's your edge too. Be real, be raw, be loud with your ambition. Let people talk, let them judge, let them choke on your progress. You don't owe comfort, you owe results. So what now? What's the takeaway from all this? Here's the truth most people avoid. You are exactly where you've tolerated being. And if that pisses you off, good. It should, because now you have a choice. You can stay broke, soft, scared, watching others win while you rot in hesitation. Or you can wake the hell up, take notes from the playbook, and start moving like your future depends on it. Because it fucking does. You want to fix your life? Then, build a brand, own your name, speak with conviction, stop asking for permission, bet on your skills, show up every damn day. Donald Trump wasn't chosen, he chose himself, and the world had no option but to deal with it. That's the level of energy you need. Not quiet, not polite, not humble, but relentless. Let me be clear. You've got what it takes, but it's buried under bullshit, under fear, under doubt, under distractions. You want success? Starve the weak version of you, feed the savage. You want peace? Earn it. Don't beg for it. You want power? Then fucking move. Start now. And when people question you, when they hate you, when they doubt you, smile, because that's the first sign you're becoming unignorable, just like Trump. Now here's the call to action. If you're tired of hiding, tired of watching others build their empire while you play small, tired of feeling average when you know you were made for more, then join us. This is Fix Your Life, where we kill excuses, where we break soft mindsets, where we teach you how to dominate your lane. Subscribe right now, not for me, For the savage version of you that's ready to wake up. Your time is now. Let's fix your fucking life.